Tonight on Hipstar Tonight. Now available on iTunes. Purchases now online at hipstar.ca. The original 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK.com. Please send your contributions to the Heart and Soul Foundation. It is tonight. Tonight on Hipstar Tonight.
So if somebody wants to say I'm wrong or I'm telling a story,
Do you want to say it's Friday, June 30th?
Sure. Now?
Yeah.
Hello, it's Friday, June 30th. Tonight on Hipstar Tonight. What's happening? I don't know. I'm not good at the intro at Hipstar.
I know you're not. I
I
like
need
you to
some
try.
music behind me.
I don't want you to always be the voice on the speaker. I just want you to also, be part of the show.
Yeah.
Just introduce it, let it out, right?
I tried to, the link that you sent me.
Mm-hmm.
If you listened to last Friday at 11 a.m. on iHeartRadio, I called the Tom McConnell Show.
Perfect.
Trying to get a job in their newsroom, and I did it
cool.
live on air.
Good.
Because I had told him that the Indies wasn't working out for me, and could I use him as a reference to get this job, and he fucking blew up on me that, obviously I'm breaking kayfabe on his airwaves about, private information about the newsroom looking for him.
That's what people want to hear, yeah, that's the juice. Please go on.
Yeah, so he fucking blew up saying that I needed to be able to write the news as well, so I kind of worked the phone call with him thinking, I'm so stupid that I didn't know that you had to write the news too, Tom.
Oh, playing with it, going along with it,
yeah.
Yeah, you work the gimmick, man. Just, whatever's good for whatever the host is giving you. That's all you got. Right. We talk about how we would talk if we were in the same room. Now, the same room as Topher Whiteman, so...
Yeah.
Hamilton's becoming very oversaturated. It's like the
Rock pile.
Yeah, it's becoming a little like that. It's the armpit of the indies of Ontario. It's a little too much, and we're getting carried away. Show over the weekend, too many feelings, and the generation of the generation. I can't get booked, so I'm going to have to make my own show if I'm ever going to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Not even Pistol Pete did that,
Yeah.
He was still getting fucked out in PWA bookings as he was running, so, good on him. But here's an overzealous support.
Supplanted it.
Right. We got to expose these because there's something we got to think about. But this overzealous supporter of indie wrestling, I love this comment. He says, "Overbooked as fuck. Every match had to have an angle. Interference, promos by people who have clearly never held a mic in public before, heel turns, face turns. I shouldn't have to sober up to follow storylines from an indie company on their second show. So I didn't. I stayed out to shoot the shit with people and entertain myself otherwise. Outside." Good up. I think he hit the nail on the head, man. These fucking indie shows are just filled with fucking stories. You know what's going to take over? 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK gets a budget, and they create house show wrestling. House show wrestling will drive out the Ontario indies, and you will get to see very spontaneous, just for this show only, action. That's what wrestling needs, not these fucking invested my sister turned on me 2 years ago, and then I had to fight her, but now we're good now, and what are you trying to do? You're just writing to be... just write a soap opera already. Don't make an indie wrestling show. Fuck, that's not what wrestling's for. The matches are the stories, not the fucking shit behind them. There's other ways we can tell it, and it's all in the ring. Just be a little more creative, please.
But when you get a package like Taylor K. Dean and his wife,
okay, yeah,
that says storyline all over it. I mean, that's not something you can just have a match with. When you get Space Monkey, you need a story about how he came from space with the bananas at an indie show. And, you need to have these stories. It doesn't make sense for a monkey with bananas just to come into an indie show.
True, he does.
You have to explain why this monkey from space chose this indie show. He didn't choose to go to the Performance Center. He didn't choose to go to Impact. He didn't choose to go to the WWE or Raw. He chose to go to the fucking Hamilton Steel City show. And that's got to be explained.
Understood.
So
I
want the marks as well as you just to relax. I'm not expecting you to sober up just to follow the storylines. I think that's what we're getting away from in the business is we need these stories. We need to be able to sell ourselves with these stories.
It's true.
A lot of these indie workers are too skinny.
Yeah,
a lot of these workers just get those like PVC pants and have to, learn a couple moves in the roll arounds and the training sessions. But you can't get to the next level. You can't make that money without the stories.
No, you can't.
You have to be the man that's like, why am I wearing these PVC pants?
Yeah,
why am I coming out here to this fucking song?
Yeah.
What is my motive to have a match? And why is Paul Saccone my referee?
Exactly. Why is everybody around me here tonight? Why am I here? How do I get my gimmick in? How do I get my backstory over? That I'm this hobo that just had this family tragedy, but we moved on, and it was just her and I'm this lone warrior now, but I still have somebody beside me that's family. I just don't care. I didn't want to invest in a movie. I could have just watched a film, a real film, like Nouvelle Vague French Connection film, 1930s, something like that. But I want to watch wrestling for the instant action. It's the only like superheroes fighting each other kind of passion, sports entertainment that I can get twice a week on my cable box. And that's all I ask. It should always be that way. But don't fucking fill me with Oscar, Steven Spielberg storylines. Just fucking movie backstories. I can't take it.
There's options for everybody, If you like masked wrestlers, you go to the Hutch Henry show. If you like mat wrestling, you got to go to a Battle Arts show. If you like Rib Fest, you go to Destiny. And if you like Crossfire, then there's not so many people that like Crossfire. But
you get the Fight Network app. You get the app going.
Yes. A lot of complaints about Priest and Zentridius, who got a new voiceover guy. One of the ring crew guys now does the voiceovers.
Why do they hire us?
And a lot of negative comments coming in. You could actually post your comments on the Fight TV app as you're watching the show, and there's not too many positive things about Crossfire Pro.
What am I watching?
Being very cheap.
It's hard, but it's also very expensive and hard not to look like that. When you get a big hall as your venue, how am I going to fill all that space? I'm going to have to bring some really big fucking shit in the back of my truck, and that's expensive, man. I want to make all those trips.
I always just kind of thought, Hipstar, the most important piece of a wrestling show is what?
What?
The ring. And if your ring is going to look like shit,
I thought it was the guardrails.
The rest of the stuff is just fluff.
Okay.
The screen, the fucking coming down the ramp. But
is it, though?
The most important piece, the thing that the fans are staring at for 3 hours, is the ring. And when you got just a piece of red plastic covering it, being held down by bungee cords, and the ropes are just kind of loose as spaghetti, and guys are trying to perform in here. You open the show with Tarek and Phil Atlas. Well, you know damn well that ring is not going to support a match like that.
That's exactly
by the time you get to the main event, I just said that when fans are paying VIP tickets for $25 to sit ringside and stare at a ring with the initials FFW still on the side of the apron, which nobody still knows what that promotion was or is.
I don't even know.
You couldn't turn the skirt around. You couldn't fucking get new skirts at high spots for a couple $100.
Very unfortunate.
But we do have fucking top-notch trussing because that's important.
It is, yeah, absolutely. Gosh, man, you bring up some really good points there. And it kind of irks me, but I mean, you have a right to be mad. It's got to look good, but that costs money, and some people that want to run these shows, all it has to do is just be for a really fucking lame excuse of a charity, and you can just throw a wrestling show. It's that easy now. Oh, poor Ken Hayashi, how you should still have a job again. Oh, man. It's easy, man. You just throw together a ring that was fucking from a company 10 years ago. I don't want anything to do with it.
It makes me upset, but, coming up in the next few weeks over at Fight TV, get the app, you can see where I fucked up in a promo.
Okay, I
made a mistake of calling Tid, Notorious TID, a generic cookie cutter babyface who doesn't have the balls, and where he snapped on me because I broke kayfabe in a promo and calling him a generic cookie cutter babyface.
You can't do that with the old guys.
Shot on me and choked me till so I wouldn't cut any more promo.
Well, maybe you should learn from that. And I hope you did learn something that day. I mean, you just don't do that with the old boys.
I smoke weed with. I'm not going to mention names before the show, but a very big superstar from Japan.
Bad bags of spaghetti. Pasta's gonna leak it out, and it's already been cooked, and it's leaking and draining itself through the bag.
And shout out to custom-made Marcus Ryan, who has pink eye, who couldn't participate in the show, but showed up to let the promoter know that, hey, I don't want you to think that I'm not going to make the show because I know you wanted us to drop the belt, so I'm here. I can't participate because I'm contagious.
Well, he's responsible with it. Non-existent, God bless him.
Uncle Cus has some pink eye, which actually, we actually, as a shoot, made him stand outside the building for the entire 2 hours. Good. Well, if you're contagious, so
why are you in the boys? Yeah, everybody's changing in the back, exposing their skin, and you're going to stand here with us with pink eye. No, you got to push that away. And I do respect his honesty and being open with that, but you got to be responsible with it. You should have stayed home that day. Sorry, you just don't show up with pink eye. One thing I learned in my days, you don't show up with a contagious virus.
Well, if you want your PO, I guess you do.
Well, hopefully you still got it. Good. I'm here. I can't participate, but pay me, please. Want me to drop the title? But good on him. And guys are really thinking about the business and the integrity of it. It can be one of those guys. And wrestling promotions
is exactly the stuff that we need for Fight TV. The app, they need content, so
they do.
We have to fucking give them our pink eye, our best wrestlers out there. The storylines as to why we have to drop the titles because we have a contagious disease.
What a good gimmick!
These are angles that the Fed never thought of.
Exactly.
Impact never thought of. That ECW never thought of.
You had to go ahead and get pink eye. You goddamn some bitch. I'll take you on tonight.
Exactly.
Punch him in the pink eye. Straight to the pink eye, man. Worry about the environment, and yourself as a human species, and also your surroundings. If you're putting on a show, a character, a gimmick that's also considering the fans and doing something good for them.
Right.
It's respectable, man. I really appreciate that. As well as, people like Dragon Gate banning streamers due to global warming, I really respect that. They made that public over the week. And you got to think about this world, the environment around you.
It's getting old. No, I was saying, you're right. It's getting old with the streamers. Enough with the fucking streamers. It's been 10 years of streamers, and you are wasting the fucking environment. We gotta hire extra ring crew to clean this shit up before you even get to the start of the match.
You're selfish. Selfish. You're thinking about yourselves. You're putting more money on the company.
Yeah, put more money in the dollar store's fucking pockets for streamers and these little kids that gotta make this shit, and less on the wrestling. Thank you. You won't, but you don't have enough money to buy my promo pack, but you got enough money to run to the dollar store to get streamers because you want to fucking throw them in the ring for some Jay Brones match. It really makes me sick.
You're not gonna buy my picture. You're gonna spend money just to throw it away. Literally throw away your dollar. Way fucking not even $1 anymore. It's a quarter, but with tax. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you supporting?
A lot of people complaining to me over the weekend for charging a handicapped person $5 for a selfie on their phone. And I don't understand the heat of these young people that come into the business and now are hot at me because I'm making money and they're not.
Thinking life is free. Yeah. Jerks.
I've been charging the handicap for years. I started this in Jersey All Pro with Sylvie Silver when all the marks wanted to come take selfies with Sylvie, and I was like, listen, we have to cash in on this because everybody's coming up for free pictures. Now,
smart, man.
To me,
very smart.
I am very offended by anybody that's offended by me charging it because I think that the workers should follow suit so I don't look like such an asshole. We should all be charging the handicap. I'm not the one that lets community living into these shows. That's Chris LaPlante. So, if the community living is getting half-price tickets or free tickets, then they should have enough money left over to buy my gimmicks, But, I don't know, man. It just seems like the business isn't the same as it used to be, and either it's time for me to fucking go, or because I'm bitter, or not. I've enjoyed my time managing Tyson Dukes, and maybe it's just time to put it to an end because I can't get booked with Tyson at Smash or anything, so I'm left with this fucking one promotion that wants it done, and the fucking workers are turning against me, man. I can't make money, so I can't progress.
We can get better. We can always improve. I strongly believe you can, man, and we are going to one day. It's just a Friday. We have the weekend to think about. Let it in your hearts, and let it be known that it can all happen tonight.
Oh, buddy.
It ended with a bang.
Bad experience, man. Let me fucking tell you.
When you got roofied?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
In Parkdale, man.
Oh, tell me.
About 5 years ago. And you know how I knew? Because I had just drank one fucking pint. About 5 years ago, me and my buddy Timbo, we could drink fucking